A pleasant good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Tiernan Center in Richmond as we bring you North Central Conference boys basketball tonight. The Red Devils at 2-19 overall, 1-6 in the NCC, host the third-ranked Berries of Logansport, and they are a hot basketball team right now, 20-1 overall. 7-0 in the NCC, and they can wrap up the NCC championship outright tonight with a win over the Red Devils. Welcome to the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show. Red Devils coming off a tough loss last night on the road at Kokomo. They lost at 59-51. Christian Harvey led the Red Devils with 26. Trey Griffin added 16 in the loss. Red Devils, by the way, gave up 11 offensive rebounds in that first half, and then they ended up shooting as cold as you could get in the third quarter to start the second half, just 22%. They got themselves in a big hole, though they did rally after scoring just 6 points in that third quarter, but they got too far down, didn't have enough at the end, and they lose at 59-51. The Red Devils have now lost 10 out of their last 11 games at Kokomo. Meanwhile, this Logansport team, they've won 12 straight, as we mentioned. They beat Anderson last night at home, 70-55, and they're led by two very, very good players, though they're a very balanced basketball team. Matt Jennings at 21 points per game, and Jalen Attaway averaging 17 per game. But they're more than just those two players. We'll talk about them coming up here in just a couple of moments. This will be a huge test for this Red Devil basketball team here tonight. When we come back on the one and only Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show, we'll hear from head coach Rick Wedlow. That's brought to you by Best One Tire and Service. We'll scout the Logansport Berries coming up in a couple of moments. We'll update the NCC report and much more. So stay right there. This is Richmond basketball, and this is Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you were born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shear.
Rick, let's go back to last night. Despite, and we'll talk about specifics here in a moment, despite everything that happened last night, you're still in that ball game at the end. Have you had a chance to go back and look at it a little bit more and just kind of piece a few things together?
Well, it was pretty evident where we lost the game at, in my opinion, in terms of it was the first half. We give up 16 second chance points. When you look at the field goal percentage, I think they shot 47. We shot 44. We shot the ball. We had 2 more field goal opportunities than they had. Another thing that was pretty disappointing is that we only shot 4 free throws. They shot 19, and that's the ball game in my mind. In terms of the second chance buckets and the amount of time we went to the line. I thought we had some good possessions. I thought we, for the most part, we had good possessions. I thought in the third quarter we just kind of, got out of what we do. I mean, we didn't play the style that we play. We made some bad choices, some untimely turnovers, but our kids kept falling. But I take my hats off to Kokomo. They're a talented bunch. They're a good group of kids. Very athletic. They're long, and Coach Moore does a good job with them.
11 of those rebounds, those offensive rebounds in the first half. And it's not that you haven't had halves like that where you gave up a couple of rebounds here and there, but 11 in the first half. Yeah,
I mean, you're going to give up an offensive rebound or two. It's part of the game. But, to give up that many second chance points is very disappointing. We work at it, believe it or not. We have rebounding sessions that we go hard at a couple times a week. this time of year, you have to be careful doing that stuff because you don't want to get anybody hurt. But, I pledged last night that after last night's performance, is that, we're going to go hard at that stuff. And, if something happens to it, I mean, that's just part of the game. But, we're going to go a little bit harder. I won't go Tom Izzo with shoulder pads and helmets and so forth, but we're going to mix it up, after tonight, start next week.
And despite all that, you're down by, I believe, 6 at halftime. You come out in the third quarter, and then you went cold where you shot like 20, maybe 21% in that third quarter, which is still amazing to me that you're still in the ballgame in the fourth quarter.
Absolutely. I mean, we didn't play bad. We didn't play bad. I mean, our kids fought. I thought Christian had another unbelievable night. I thought there was a few moments where we need to get the ball to Trey. There was some time we needed to get AJ involved. And, I thought early in the game, Rick wasn't involved in the game. So as a point guard, your job is to get everybody involved, make them feel part of it, make everybody feel like they're getting a piece of the pie. And that way, down the stretch, when people have open opportunities and shots, they feel very comfortable taking those shots and making those shots.
Coach, you look at that, the late stages of the fourth quarter as well. They were holding on for dear life. They couldn't wait for that clock to run out because you're pressing them, and they really had no idea what to do.
Yeah, I mean, I thought we did a good job in our half-court trap and some stuff we've been working on here recently. It's one of them things that you try to save that for sectional and a different time. But, we went to scramble mode. We thought we could get out of there and steal one. I mean, we were as much as 13 to 14 down. We're still in the game. We get it under 10. We get it down to 7. A couple times we had some good sets called. We didn't finish at the rim. Christian missed a couple layups there, shots that he's made all year. And again, we didn't get to the foul line. But I thought we created some turnovers. We were able to go down and score off some of those turnovers. It's just we had dug too much of a hole. It was one of those games where we didn't get the bounce, we didn't get the call. And, it's just, again, it's one of those games that you just lump up in that same kind of foul of how we let them get away. And, it seems to be a familiar story. It's either a rebound or, don't get the defensive stop. But, the kids are trying, and that's all we can ask for. We're just not good enough. And we just have to keep encouraging these kids to keep working at it. Don't get down on yourself. Play with confidence. Keep believing. Keep fighting. And, let's just hope, in March, the team will look at our record, our official record, knowing that we know what our unofficial record is. And they'll take us for granted, and we can go in there and win a couple.
I believe that. I'll tell you what, I'm still going to say it. I think you're going to be a team that people are going to look at, and they're going to say, we don't want to draw them because they're very, very dangerous. I really, deep in my heart, feel that.
Well, I think we're a good team. I know we're a good team. We're just not good enough to come out on top in some of these games. But, all we ask is that after the game, the team knew they'd been in a fight. And I felt like last night, Kokomo knew they'd been in a fight. Harrison knew they was in a fight a couple weeks ago. Everybody we played, they pretty much knew they'd been in a fight. And, that's all we can ask for.
Coach, AJ got into some foul trouble again last night, and he's such a key for your rebounding. He's one of the leading rebounders in the NCC. How do you try to keep that young man out of foul trouble? Because there's some close ones in there, and it's hard for me to see if it's arms extended, he's over the back, whatever the case may be, but you got to keep him in the ballgame.
Well, last night I thought it was some questionable calls, as far as foul calls, and I see his hands extended all the time, and I never really understand the explanations that I get, but he's playing so hard, and he's one of those kids. It's hard to back him down. I think if he gets himself in a little bit better stance, a little bit better defensive position before he has to react, I think maybe he can avoid some of those calls. But AJ is an important part of our team, and we're much better when he's on the floor. He rebounds the ball really well. He's very aggressive. He's strong. And, I've been telling them, hey, if you're at a disadvantage, let them score. Not let them score, but if you're out of position, don't foul. Don't foul, live to fight another day because we need you on the floor. But sometimes he'll get a really soft foul and one. So then you give up the bucket and you get the foul. Now you got to sit down. And we'll rather for him to just, let them score the layup and stay on the floor. We try to go down and have a good offensive possession, come down, get a stop, and then we can kind of offset that mistake.
It never seems like he gets the benefit of a call, does it?
No, he doesn't. And, when you play as hard as he does and you're as physical as he is, that's what happens. But it's easier to get a kid to turn down than it is to turn up. And so we're hoping these next few games he can adjust a little bit better, play a little bit smarter, and hopefully he'll get the benefit of the doubt and a little bit better whistle on some of those physical plays.
Tell you what, tonight, I guess I don't need to tell you how tough this one's going to be. Number 3 in the state. These guys are on a roll. They've won 12 straight. They've got some horses in there. They've got some guys that can score. So tonight's really going to be a huge challenge.
Oh, absolutely. Logansport, they're the number 1 team in our league for a reason. When you go into McCutcheon and you go and beat those guys at home, and you take on everybody's best shot after the word gets out that you're pretty good. They're led by one of the best point guards in the state, Matt Jennings. And then they also have, Jalen Attaway, that's one of the top players, one of the top wings in the state as well. They've been playing varsity basketball since they were freshmen. They know how to play. They're athletic, and they can score the basketball. It's one of those games where we have to, we don't have to play perfect, but we have to play a really good game in order for us to win this game. Because if we make too many mistakes, give up too many second chance points, it can be a long night. But I think, I see some areas offensively where we can attack. And, we're hoping defensively that we have a good game plan. I mean, if you look back at last night, we held both of their 2 best scorers down. And most 90% of the time, we've kept their leading scores off of their average. We just haven't done a good job taking away their second or third option, or third or fourth option, if you will. And let's hope that tonight we can do a good job of, not let them get to their averages. I mean, they'll make plays, they'll make shots, maybe keep them underneath their average and not allow anybody else to get going.
Yeah, when you mentioned the shooting, it might be one of the better shooting teams you've seen all year long.
Yeah. I mean, the young Skaggs, he shoots the ball well. Jennings shoots the ball well. Attaway is shooting the ball well. Their bigs can step out and shoot it, and so we have our hands full, man. But, it's nice that we have this challenge at home. We seem to play better home. We seem to play more relaxed. We seem to play with more intensity, more juice, and we'll need some juice tonight on the back half of a back-to-back. They're always tough, but I felt some good energy in our pregame today, and let's hope it carries over to the 7:30 p.m. start.
All right, Coach, as always, good luck tonight.
Thank you very much, Troy.
Head Coach Rick Wedlow, and certainly going to have to play well tonight. No margin for error against a very good Logansport basketball team. We'll talk about the Berries coming up next on our scouting report, brought to you by Harrington Hoke Insurance. They spend every day working to make our community better, safer, and more enjoyable, because their focus is on insurance, and that's it. They're on top of industry changes and are a one-stop shop for all your insurance needs, whether it's business, personal, life, or health. That's why when it comes to protecting you and what's important to you, Harrington Hoke insures it. Give them a call at 962-9502 or go to their website, harringtonhoke.com. Harrington Hoke, we got it. Well, I'll tell you what, Pat Skaggs has done a great job with this program. He's in his 4th season, 68-22. As mentioned a little bit ago, they're 20-1, 7-0 in the conference. They've won 12 straight. They beat Anderson last night, 70-55. Their lone loss to a very good New Albany team. That was back on December 30th over Newcastle, 58-33. Matt Jennings averaging 21 points, 4 assists, and 2 steals per game. Jalen Attaway at around 17 per game and 7 rebounds. He will distribute the basketball as well, 4 assists per game and 3 blocks per game. They also have Hunter DeHaven at 9 points per game, Sam Skaggs at 8, Will Penny at 6, and Jack Skaggs 6 points, 5 rebounds per game. Red Devils, though, have won the last 5 meetings between these two teams, though they did not play last year. Last time they got together, the Red Devils won that contest 67-52. Averaging about 69 points per game, only giving up 56, around 26 rebounds per game, 18 assists per game, 8 steals, 5 blocks, 11 turnovers. They'll shoot 54%. That's where we talk about a team that shoots extremely well, 54% and 35% from three-point range. And in the most recent series, Red Devils lead over the last 22 games, 14-8. But tell you what, they are a very good basketball team coming in here tonight. Tonight's scouting report, once again, brought to you by Harrington Hoke Insurance. We'll continue in the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show. We'll take a look at what happened last night in the NCC and around the area, update those standings and the starters coming up in just a few moments as well. We're, I'd say, around 10 minutes or so away from tip-off time, and we'll have it all for you right here on the Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Getting a lucky break rocks, but no one can be lucky all the time, which is why when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, the company that believes great coverage starts with care. A cost-free consultation offered to anyone, Farm Bureau client or not, that allows agents to get to know you better so they can help you prepare better. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shear.
Hi, this is Troy Darengowski of Radio Troy Digital Sports. There are plenty of places for me to get lunch or dinner, but there's only one Mancino's. In fact, I was just there for lunch the other day and had a delicious pizza grinder. That's just one of many choices I can get at Mancino's. How about a fresh salad? Several varieties of pasta, Mancino's Lights, or perhaps even an oven-baked spaghetti, or maybe a pepperoni pizza. So when you're looking for a great lunch or dinner, make sure you choose Mancino's, 217 National Road West in Richmond. We'd like you to know why public power is important to you. In small towns and cities across America, locally owned public power systems like ours represent local people working together to meet local needs. Our only purpose is to provide an essential service at the lowest possible cost. This makes a big difference in rates and service, and all the benefits we produce at home stay at home. Richmond Power and Light, your locally owned electric utility. Together, we make powerful partners.
There's only one place to go on the World Wide Web to find the best automotive deals. Wetzelauto.com. One of the area's largest inventories all in one spot. Wetzelauto.com. Here for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Wetzelauto.com. New and used vehicles, service, parts, body shop, and rental. Plus, value your trade. It's easy to navigate. It's convenient. Wetzelauto.com. It's clickin' awesome.
There are banks that are big, and then there's West End Bank. A bank with big ideas to help people, business, and industry. If you're just starting out on your own and want a new car, West End can help. Maybe it's your first home and you need advice on financing. West End Bank has ideas to help you. West End Bank, helping build better lives and a better community. West End Bank is a community bank with big ideas and home to a distinctive style of banking. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Did you know Richmond Schools offers an instrumental music program in grades 5 through 12? Did you know Richmond Schools offer classes in Chinese, French, and Spanish? And did you know Richmond offers a full slate of intermediate school athletic programs such as golf, swimming, volleyball, football, basketball, and baseball? Richmond Community Schools. We are your choice for a quality education. Go to wearerichmond.com.
I am your physician.
I am your caregiver.
I'm your spiritual support.
I am here to help you be independent
and achieve your optimal health.
But I am also a cancer survivor.
I am living with diabetes.
I am a chef.
And an artist.
I am your neighbor.
I am the face of Reed Health.
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 Reed Health, right beside you.
Back once again here at the Tiernan Center. Let's check out what happened last night in the North Central Conference, brought to you by your Richmond area Subways. Each day of the week, you can get a different 6-inch sub with no artificial flavors or colors, just $3.50. With it being Saturday, the Black Forest ham, Sunday, the meatball marinara, and then coming up on Monday, the sweet onion chicken teriyaki, Tuesday, the oven roasted chicken. Treat yourself at Subway. 4 locations in Richmond and Hagerstown. Subway, eat fresh. Kokomo beat Richmond 59-51. It was Jeff over Tech. That final 84-68. Logansport down to Anderson 70-55. McCutcheon 76. Marion 61. And Muncie Central got a win over Harrison 60-58. Just 2 games tonight outside of this one. It's Tech hosting Noblesville and Anderson home as they take on Zionsville. Right now, Logansport 7-0, McCutcheon 7-1, Kokomo's 5-3, Harrison, Marion, and Muncie Central all at 4-4, Lafayette Jeff 3-5, Tech and Anderson at 2-6 each, Richmond at 1-6. In the TEC last night, Centerville beat Blue River 57-37, Northeastern over Union County 89-45. In double overtime, Union City downs Daleville 71-70, and Winchester, they beat Lincoln 51-47. Northeastern now at 4-0 in the conference in the TEC. Hagerstown and Lincoln, along with Winchester, all 4-2. Union County 2-4. Centerville and Union City 1-3 each. And Tri is at 0-4. Elsewhere last night, Randolph Southern beat Cowan in overtime. That final 58-56. Wapahani got a big win over Monroe Central 63-60. And Greenfield Central beat Franklin County 50-45. By the way, the latest AP polls are out. Fort Wayne North is number 1 in 4A, followed by Warren Central. The Logansport team we'll see here tonight. They're ranked 3rd. Then it's New Albany and North Central. McCutcheon ranked number 8. In 3A, Brownstown number 1, followed by Culver Academy, Northwood, Twin Lakes, and Griffith. In 2A, it's Providence, Oak Hill, Bar Reeve, Linton, Stockton, and Broad Ripple. Northeastern, by the way, number 6. Hagerstown at number 10. And in Single A, Indianapolis, Tinley is number 1, followed by Lafayette Central Catholic, Tri-County, Wood Memorial, and Clinton Prairie. We will come back. Starters coming up next. Stay right there. This has been the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show right here. Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Getting a lucky break rocks, but no one can be lucky all the time. Which is why when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, the company that believes great coverage starts with care. A cost-free consultation offered to anyone, Farm Bureau client or not, that allows agents to get to know you better so they can help you prepare better. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shear.
Your starting lineups. Let's go first off with Logansport. Sam Skaggs, a 5'11 sophomore, gets the start. He wears number 3. Also starting, Hunter DeHaven, 6'5 and a senior, number 30. Jalen Attaway, 6'4 and a senior, number 33. Jack Skaggs, 6'3 and a senior, number 35. And Matt Jennings, 6 foot and a senior, number 40. You see those 4 seniors, DeHaven, Attaway, Skaggs, and Jennings. They have been playing together a long time, and they are the nucleus of this basketball team. So again, it's Sam Skaggs, followed by DeHaven, Attaway, Jack Skaggs, and Matt Jennings. For the Red Devils tonight, Ricky Wedlow, 6 foot and a freshman, number 1. He'll be joined by Trey Griffin, 6 foot and a senior, number 3. Christian Harvey, 6 foot and a junior, number 20. A.J. Ferguson, 6'1 and a senior, number 24. And Daniel Hill will get the start tonight in place of Keyshawn Clemens. Hill, 6'2 and a senior. He wears number 25. So again, for the Red Devils, Wedlow, Griffin, Harvey, Ferguson, and Hill. The tip-off is next. This is Richmond basketball right here in Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Hi, this is Steve Funkhauser, and I was talking to someone the other day about how friendly and professional the crew at Jiffy Lube is, and they said, "You are always so upbeat. I'm going to call you Mr. Positive." And so now I am Mr. Positive. And I want you to know how proud I am of you and that you are doing a great job today. And hey, do something nice for somebody. Make somebody smile. Smiles are contagious, you know. I want you to have a great day and the horse you rode in on. Jiffy Lube. Fast, friendly, professional. I'm Mr. Positive, and I approve this message.
Are you looking for a quality used car you can trust to take you where you want to go? Stop at Tony's Car Sales at 250 National Road West. Tony's has a top-of-the-line selection of low-mileage, one-owner cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs, all handpicked by Mike and Adrian Parker. Tony's is family-owned with 3 generations and 60 years of experience. Check out their selection at tonyscarsales.com or at 250 National Road West. Tony's Car Sales, where honesty, quality, and price sell cars.
Are new cabinets on your wish list? Visit the new Georgia Direct showroom and see the great variety of cabinets on display in a modern setting. Georgia Direct carries quality craft-made one cabinets, and the new showroom has plenty of styles and colors on display. In Richmond, craft-made one is only available at Georgia Direct, where the designers are always on hand to help create a custom kitchen for your home. Visit Georgia Direct's new showroom on 40 East, next to Red Lobster. You'll love what you see, and you'll love the savings at Georgia Direct.
You've got too much stuff in your house or in your business and nowhere to put it all. What do? Here's the answer. Quaker City Storage in Richmond. Quaker City Storage offers various size units for either short-term or long-term storage. You'll get the best rates in town, and you always have 24-hour lighted access to your stuff. Quaker City Storage on Industrial Parkway next to A House Tool. Quaker City Storage is a proud supporter of all Richmond High School athletics.
Summit Computers in Richmond is a full-service computer manufacturing and support company founded in 1997. They partner with businesses and individuals to provide computer systems, hardware, service, support, and design services. They also provide web hosting, high-speed wireless internet, network design, and much, much more. Summit Computers, the official provider of RadioTroy.com.
Maybe you knew that Indiana University East has world-renowned professors and 50 highly respected IU degree programs. Still, there's someone you should meet. He's a red wolf. He's Rufus, our mascot. He's here for our intercollegiate sports, dozens of student clubs, and to make sure things aren't too, well, tame. Check us out at iue.edu or drop by. But be careful. No leash. IU, focused on you.
Back here at the Tarrant Center. By the way, this is the second to the last home game. Next week it'll be Lafayette Jeff, and then we travel to Fort Wayne. And I think coming up next weekend we'll find out about the tournament draw and where the Red Devils and what path not only the Red Devils but the Berries and everyone else in the state of Indiana will have to take at the upcoming boys tournament. By the way, regional action happening earlier today. There's one team left in our area. Union City beat Tri-Central earlier today, 53-41. They play Riverton Park tonight at 8. Winchester bowed out earlier today, losing to Covenant Christian 49-43. Daniel Hill in the middle against Jalen Attaway, and Attaway wins the tip easily. And the Berries will have the basketball open things up here tonight. Keep an eye on Sam Skaggs. He'll work some point. Matt Jennings will work the point as well. Kick inside to Jack Skaggs. And they will not be afraid to shoot it from the outside, so keep an eye on their perimeter. Here is Attaway for 3, missed it, and the rebound by A.J. Ferguson. Quick outlet pass will find Wedlow. He drives, and that might have been blocked. High to get that one's Attaway. And boy, he went high off the glass to get the block there. Here's Skaggs. That is Sam Skaggs working it inside, and a nice move on the spin by DeHaven. And there's your first foul of the ball game, and Hunter DeHaven will go to the line for 2. Key to this one, I think the Red Devils have to get off to a very, very good start here tonight. Do not get in a hole against this Berry basketball team because they can put you away in a hurry. As, by the way, Daniel Hill picks up the foul. That is his first. Hill getting the start tonight. Love his energy, love his ability to rebound. Second free throw by DeHaven is on the way and good. So the Berries on top 2-0. Christian Harvey, 26 points last night in the Red Devil loss to Kokomo. They got to get this young man going as well. That's Wedlow back out front now to Harvey. Good start last night as well for Griffin. Here's Hill inside. He falls to the floor and travels with it, and the Red Devils turn it over for the first time. Last night, I believe that Trey Griffin, 13 points at halftime, didn't score on the third, and that's when the Red Devils dug themselves in a big hole. Red Devils stay in that 2-3 zone. They'll extend it way beyond the three-point line. Out on the high post is Hunter DeHaven. Swings it the right side to Skaggs. His three-pointer well short. It goes out of bounds. So Sam Skaggs a little bit short on the 3. It'll stay right here. The ball off the fingertips of A.J. Ferguson. Berry's inbound. Jalen Attaway. Boy, it seems like he's been around forever, along with this young man, Matt Jennings. Jennings, three-pointer. That's going to be short and goes out of bounds, and will stay here as Daniel Hill ends up touching that one. So a couple of shots short by Skaggs, and as well as Matt Jennings. Inbound will find Jack Skaggs. Nothing there. Brings it out front. Terminates the dribble. Holds it high. Gives it off now to Attaway near the circle. Here is Sam Skaggs. Penetration. Nice pass. Jennings reverse layup. No good. Battle for the loose basketball. Coming out with it. Griffin for the Red Devils. Here's Griffin. 15-footer straightaway. Good. Red Devils get on the board. Griffin with his first two. 6:17 remaining here in the quarter. Here's Sam Skaggs. Shot fake, bouncing down low. A.J. Ferguson knocks it away, can't get at it, and lays it in. That's going to be Jennings on the layup after the ball bounced right to him, so Jennings will get his first two. Red Devils, good job that time by A.J. Ferguson, almost getting a steal. Here's Ferguson. Turnarounds from 15, no good. Ball goes out of bounds on the baseline. Last touch by Ferguson, and it will be Logansport basketball. 4-2 Berries. 5:49 to go in the quarter. Here's Jennings. Stops across the timeline. Gives it off now to Attaway at the elbow. Back once again to Jennings. Here's Attaway. Three-pointer is in and out. Ball tipped right into the hands of Wedlow. Red Devil basketball. Wedlow getting it across the timeline to Griffin. And a travel by Christian Harvey. Second turnover by the Red Devils. And so Richmond will give it back here in the opening period of play. 5:28 to go. Jennings back at the point across the timeline. Attaway quickly back to Jennings. Gets the high screen by Jack Skaggs. The feet underneath. Layup is good by DeHaven. They're doing a nice job hiding down in that low baseline. DeHaven has 4. The Red Devils down by 4. Here's Christian Harvey. Around the perimeter once again to Wedlow. Back again to Griffin, and it'll be Harvey near the right elbow. Gets the screen from Ferguson. Here's Griffin. His three-pointer's up and good. So Griffin with all 5 points for the Red Devils. And it'll be Berry basketball. Sam Skaggs with a left-hand drive. Looks to feed inside. Ball kicked away into the hands of Jack Skaggs. And another loose basketball back to Jack Skaggs. Three-pointer is good. Loose basketball's picked up early. And the Red Devils now trail this one 9-5 as a loose basketball's picked up early by the Berries. Richmond back into the half court. That is Christian Harvey. Gets the high screen. Feeds it off now to Griffin. Three-pointer, another one. And the Berries are going to get a timeout. There you see the score and the time remaining in the opening period in the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Red Devils trail this one by 1.
Did you know Richmond High School offers 15 advanced placement courses through a partnership with the University of Notre Dame? Did you know Richmond High School had the first high school orchestra in the United States? And did you know Richmond High School is home to a national championship team in the Business Professionals of America? Richmond Community Schools. We are your choice for a quality education. Go to wearerichmond.com.
Well, right now it's Trey Griffin, 8 points for the Red Devils. DeHaven with 4, Jack Skaggs with 3, Matt Jennings with 2 for the Berries. There you see head coach Rick Wedlow. 4:10 remaining here in period number 1. Jennings at the point will bring it across the timeline to Sam Skaggs. They'll work it inside again to Jack Skaggs, and there's a steal by Wedlow. Lead pass to Harvey. Layup good. Red Devils take the lead. Berries commit the turnover. Harvey averaging just a little over 25 points per game. Jennings will back it away from Wedlow. 3:45 to go in the period. Jack Skaggs will set the high screen. That's Hunter DeHaven, excuse me. Now this will be Sam Skaggs, and they call him for a travel. Second turnover by Logansport. Berries making that long road trip from up north after playing at home last night. The Red Devils played up north as well at Kokomo. So both teams on the road last night. And today, high pass pulled down by Wedlow. Wedlow lobs it back outside to Griffin. Here is Harvey on the drive to the baseline. Shovels it out once again to Wedlow. Can't get it to go. The rebound put back Daniel Hill. And that's why they like Daniel Hill, is his ability to rebound, the energy he'll bring to this team. Attaway picks up the foul, and so Daniel Hill will go to the line. Attaway again with foul number 1, and here is the free throw on the way. No good, so Hill cannot complete the three-point play. Rebounded inside by DeHaven, and the Red Devils show a little half-court trap, and they get the steal. Third turnover by the Berries. A.J. Ferguson gets the steal. Here's Harvey. Shot fake, drives baseline, floater in the way, counted. How about Richmond? All of a sudden they've taken a 14-9 lead. Harvey now with 4. 2:52 to go. Jennings takes the screen, pull-up jumper, missed it. Rebound put back by DeHaven, and he'll be fouled, and it may be A.J. Ferguson. A.J. fouled out last night. We talked about needing him to stay in the ball game because of his rebounding ability. Free throw is good by DeHaven. But like last night, the Red Devils really had a difficult time rebounding in that first half. They gave up 11 offensive boards. Second free throw is good by DeHaven. Keyshawn Clemens will check into the lineup. A.J. Ferguson will sit down. This is a Logansport team that is not very deep, so they'll use these guys extensively, these 5 right here. Here's Wedlow. Hands off now to Griffin. Once again on the weave. Here is Christian, left it short. Rebound battled for. Ball is loose, picked up by Attaway. Attaway lead pass to DeHaven. DeHaven in the corner. Here is Jack Skaggs for 3. Missed it. Rebound DeHaven. DeHaven puts it back up. He got hammered, no whistle. And coming out with it, Clemens for the Red Devils. Richmond basketball. Here's Hill. Bounce pass outside to Griffin. Around the perimeter once again. Here's Wedlow. Wedlow looking for an opening. Now brings it to the top. And now we'll reset it. 2:07 to go here in the opening quarter. That is DeHaven coming out against Wedlow. Berries man-to-man. DeHaven at about 6'5". Wedlow might go 5'11". Nice spin, and the shot on the way. Scoop shot no good by Griffin. And it'll be Berry basketball. Here's Jennings. He will bounce to Skaggs. Layup good by Jack Skaggs, and he's fouled.
Basket is good.
Skaggs with 5. Harvey will pick up the foul. And we will see Will Penny come in as 6'3" sophomore. Long line of pennies in Logansport. Over, in fact, boys and girls basketball. Free throws on the way and good. We're tied. 3-point play there by Jack Skaggs. He now has 6. Red Devil basketball with a minute 40. Here's Harvey. Harvey against Jennings. That'll be a great matchup all night long. Harvey will give it off now to Griffin. Griffin as the Red Devils exchange out front once again. Here's Wedlow. Wedlow on the drive, and the ball gets loose, and turnover Richmond. Richmond now with 3 turnovers. So it'll be Berry basketball. 1:20 to go here in the first period of play. Here's Jennings. Red Devils stay in that 2-3 zone. High pass to Penny. Penny looks inside, picks up his dribble, gives it off to Skaggs, down low to DeHaven. DeHaven blocked from behind by Clemens, and the Red Devils come up with it. Lead pass will find Wedlow. Wedlow inside to Harvey. Fast break basket, and the Red Devils lead it by 2. Harvey with 6. Boy, it all started with the block by Keyshawn Clemens, and the Red Devils got down the floor quickly. Jennings top of the key, gives it off to Penny at the elbow. In the corner to Attaway for 3, missed it. Rebound, Skaggs put back good. There's Jack Skaggs. He's having a big opening period. 8 points by Jack Skaggs, and we're tied at 16. See the clock in the background. We're down to our final 27 seconds. And that'll be Christian Harvey with the basketball for Richmond. Richmond looking like they're going to play for the final shot of this opening period. Berries stay man-to-man, though, as you would expect, a good basketball team, they'll play off their man in the middle, make sure they give up nothing inside. DeHaven playing in the middle right now for the Berries. Here's Harvey, crossover against Jennings. Harvey drives, can't get it to go, and that'll do it for the opening period of play. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard after 1, we're tied at 16. This is Richmond basketball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
All the amenities you want and the convenience you need. Your next apartment is waiting for you at Chester Heights Apartments in Richmond. Chester Heights Apartments come with 1, 2, or 3 bedrooms with central air, inside laundry, swimming pool, and a new regulation-sized volleyball court. Chester Heights also offers convenient access to IUEs, Reed Hospital, shopping, restaurants, and more. Call today for specials. Chester Heights Apartments on Chester Boulevard in Richmond, a proud supporter of all Richmond High School athletics.
The last time I was in for service at Best One, I let Roger know my brakes were squeaking. So they checked them out, and Roger told me it was just a little moisture. Not to worry, everything was fine. Well, that was just the reassurance I needed. I trust the team at Best One, just like I trust my own dad.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark. At Best One Tire and Service, we only fix what needs to be fixed. When your car or truck leaves our shop, the service you request will be done right. I guarantee it.
Best One Tire and Service, North 7th and A, Uptown Richmond.
Leading the way for the Berries, Jack Skaggs with 8, Hunter DeHaven with 6, Matt Jennings with 2. So far, Jalen Attaway has yet to score here tonight. The Red Devils led by Trey Griffin. He has 8 points. Christian Harvey with 6 and Dan Hill with 2. Kind of the pattern Red Devils scoring last night, where they got the 2 leaders, Griffin and Harvey, and that was it. Here is Clemens, short jumper, good. Clemens steps out from about 13 feet, hits the jumper. Clemens gets his first 2, and the Red Devils lead it by 2. Jennings, now to Penny, back to Jennings, top of the key. Red Devils stay 2-3 zone. Here's Penny for 3, missed it. A.J. Ferguson with a rebound. Quick outlet pass will find Harvey. Harvey drives down the lane, left-hand shot, no good. Penny with a rebound. Here come the Berries once again. Lob pass intended for Attaway, tipped and stolen away by Marcus Leverett, who's checked into the ball game. Almost a foul by Penny. This time they'll get Jack Skaggs in the backcourt. Marcus Leverett coming in for the Red Devils. Jack Skaggs will pick up his first foul. And the Red Devils with the basketball here in period 2, leading it by 2, 18-16. Berries stay man-to-man. That'll be Harvey against Jennings. You're probably looking at 2 all-NCC first-team performers here tonight. Here's the handoff once again to Griffin. Leverett will give it to Harvey. Harvey back once again to Griffin. He'll pull up on the jumper. That was right on the line. It would have been a 2-point basket attempt. And the rebound, A.J. Ferguson. Back to Harvey. Another 3 on the way. That one's no good. Rebound by Attaway. Good effort that time by Richmond. Here's Attaway across the timeline. Red Devils again now go more to a 2-1-2 zone. Here's Attaway in the corner to Jennings. Wide open 3. Rims in and out. Tip up and goodbye to Haven, and he's fouled. And Richmond's problem continues on the rebounding side. One thing I told Coach Wedlow during the pregame is if you watch Richmond's inside guys, they're not athletic enough just not to box somebody out. They got to box people out, and right now Keyshawn Clemens doesn't do that. He just thinks he can go get the rebound as the free throw's no good. By the way, A.J. Ferguson just picked up his second. And we're going to remain tied at 18, but Richmond's got to box some people out because they just don't have that athleticism with Keyshawn Clemens underneath. A.J. Ferguson is not a great athlete either. And that's why they've got to find a way to get a body on somebody. Here's Griffin with the basketball, and that's a 5-second call. Closely guarded that time by Sam Skaggs. Red Devils turn it over for the 4th time here in the first half. That is Skaggs once again to DeHaven. Bouncer tried to look inside to Attaway. Ball loose on the floor. DeHaven battling with his own teammate. DeHaven comes away with it, and Logansport is going to call a timeout. This will be a 30-second timeout on your Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. It is Richmond 18, Logansport 18.
It takes a lot of pieces working together to run a successful business in today's world. One big piece is your connectivity, powered by your internet. For local businesses in Richmond, you have options for who provides your internet. When deciding who to go with, you need to look at Parallax Systems, fiber optic packaging for your benefit. Speed, reliability, and local service, you get it all with Parallax Systems, a division of RP&L. Visit online at parallax.ws or call 962-3770.
Berries get the timeout, keep the possession. 6:01 remaining here in period number 2. Sam Skaggs will inbound on the baseline. DeHaven inside, the kick out into the corner, three-pointer off the mark. Jack Skaggs not even close. They've had a difficult time hitting some shots here in the opening half of play. Marcus Leverett pulls up from 17. He's off the mark, and the rebound by Jennings. Jennings quickly across the timeline, bounces back now to Sam Skaggs. Skaggs, DeHaven on the high post. Attaway, shot fake, got Hill in the air, goes inside to DeHaven, turnaround shot on the way, good. DeHaven, he is a Red Devil killer early in this one. 8 points now by DeHaven. Here's Harvey with a crossover to the right hand, back to the left, and now backs it away. Jennings will come out a couple of steps on him right there. 5:20 to go in the quarter, and 20-18, Logansport on top. Here's Griffin. Griffin shovels it to Hill. Hill, he's going to pull up from 16 and hit it. Daniel Hill stepping to the outside and getting the basket. And we're tied at 20. Hill with 4. Sam Skaggs to Attaway on the left elbow. Jack Skaggs in the high post. Back to Attaway. 3. Missed it. He is still scoreless in this one here tonight. Lead pass Griffin. Griffin crossing over to the right hand. Pulls up in the lane. Hits another one. Red Devils take the lead. Griffin now with 10. 22-20 with 4:37 to go. Richmond trying to give the Berries their only blemish in the NCC. Here is Jennings. Pull up 3. In and out. Hill with a rebound. Outlet pass Harvey. Harvey back the other way. Harvey in the lane. Feeds it off to Leverett. His jumper's way off the mark. Rebound by Jack Skaggs. Boy, Leverett not even close. Wedlow's going to come in and get Leverett. Here is Sam Skaggs. His three-pointer off the back of the iron. Rebound DeHaven. DeHaven takes it down the lane. Misses it. Ball tip. DeHaven thought he was fouled. Leverett, he's fast breaking the other way. Layup good, and the Red Devils now lead it by 4. Leverett gets his first 2. Here's Attaway. Gets the screen by DeHaven. Once again, Jack Skaggs on the low post. Back to Sam Skaggs. Jack will take it in the right corner, guarded by Hill. Jack with a left-hand dribble. Stops, kicks it outside to Sam Skaggs. The lob inside, tip to Jack Skaggs, and he can't get the shot to go. That one goes in and out. Hill with a rebound. Here comes Richmond. Marcus Leverett driving, blocked from behind by Sam Skaggs. Richmond wanted a foul, no whistle. 3-on-3 break back the other way. Here's Jack Skaggs, reverse layup good. Nice fast break, and Jack Skaggs, he now has 12. 24-22, Richmond leading it by 2. 3:10 to go in the quarter. Leverett with the basketball. There's Marcus backing it away, and Richmond will reset at 3 minutes. Christian Harvey. Jennings about 4 feet away, so no close count there. Here's Griffin, back once again to Harvey. Harvey, and a timeout here by Richmond. We will take a timeout as well. There you see it, 24-22 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. 2:48 remaining here in the second quarter.
For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond, Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. It's not just about the quality work, it's also about customer service. It's about attention to details and making absolutely sure you are 100% satisfied. If that's the kind of experience you want in your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Give them a call at 966-0994.
Hey, tonight's game brought to you in part by Square Donuts of Richmond. Whether it's a delicious breakfast, afternoon treat, or midnight snack, everyone loves the taste of Square Donuts of Richmond. Enjoy those huge cinnamon rolls or any of the other crowd favorites, including maple bacon, strawberry cheesecake, Oreo cream, pumpkin spice, and more. And, of course, grab one of their award-winning glazed donuts, voted the #1 donut in the entire state. Proud to be your favorite donut shop and home to the best donuts in town. The only squares around. Square Donuts of Richmond. 24-22, 2:48 remaining here in the first half. Richmond hanging right in there against the #3 team in the state of Indiana. The Berries, though, have not shot as well as they normally would, but give them credit. Tell you what, they're right in there. And you make that long road trip from Logansport, it's not easy to get off that bus and come in here, or if we went there, to shoot there as well. It's just a tough, tough trip to make for these young kids. Here's Griffin with the basketball. Gives it back out to Harvey. Harvey looking to his right. He had Hill inside. Decides to go to Griffin. Griffin bypassing that shot. Pulls up and hits it. That'll be a 2-point bucket. He bypassed the 3. Steps up, hits the 2, and Griffin now with 12. Richmond up by 4. Here's Jennings between the circles. Gets the screen from DeHaven. Jennings will drive, double team. Boy, a lot of contact, no whistle. Back the other way. Harvey streaks to the basket, lay it good with the left hand, and Richmond has their biggest lead at 28-22. The Red Devils on top. Harvey with 8. Boy, the Berries had reason that time to say, what in the world we got to do to get a foul call? Here's Penny at the free throw line, in the corner to Sam Skaggs. He'll feed it to DeHaven. DeHaven this time, the block shot by Hill, and that'll be a 2-shot foul. And there you see the score and the time remaining in the first half.
That's the second personal on Daniel Hill.
So Hill picks up his second. Ferguson with 2, Hill with 2, and DeHaven at the line. Nine points by DeHaven. He can get into double figures right here, and he will not as he missed the second. And we'll stay at a 5-point lead for Richmond. This is Harvey, cross the 10-second line. Check there by Jennings, who's going to come up and set that screen. Look like, well, we're going to go a little 1-4 high right here. Here's Wedlow at the left elbow with a right-hand dribble. Gets the screen by Clemens. Gives it off now to Harvey. Harvey looking for an opening, but really nothing there. Harvey now at the left elbow, picks up his dribble. He'll have to get some help right there. He does so. Here is Griffin. Griffin off now to Wedlow. Wedlow at the top of the key, driving to Hill. Hill drives baseline, left hand no, gets the offensive rebound, kicks it back outside. Wide open Griffin, can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound on the baseline. Coming away with it is Harvey, puts it, can't get it to go. Tips it up again, no good. And the rebound by DeHaven. Red Devils had their chances. Could not get it to go, and it'll be Berry basketball with 47 seconds left in the first half. Here's Jennings. He'll drive. Scoop shot up and good. Nice shot by Jennings. Jennings with 4. Still, Attaway has not scored in this one here tonight. Red Devils lead it by 3, and we'll probably see Richmond play for the final shot here in the first half. Griffin at midcourt, guarded there by Sam Skaggs. Now it'll be Harvey. Back to Griffin. In the corner to Hill. Hill's got to get out of there. That's one area you don't want to be in. Here's Harvey, 11 seconds. Now down to 8. Harvey looks for the screen from Clemens. Harvey off now to Wedlow. 3 seconds to go, and an offensive foul on Wedlow. So Wedlow turns it over as well. That's the 5th turnover. 2.5 seconds remaining, and the Berries will need to get a pretty good look here inside the half-court line if they possibly can. Here's Jennings, and a travel on Jennings with .9. See that called very often. Really, that pass, you got to go toward your own basket at 2-point-some seconds. You don't have enough time really to get a good look. Here's Harvey at the buzzer, and that will do it. We've made it to halftime. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Red Devils on top, 28-25.
There's one thing for sure in my life. I know nothing about fixing cars. That's why I take my vehicles to Beach Automotive at 110 East Main in Richmond.
Their experts have the knowledge to service and repair even the most challenging auto problems. So if you have an automotive question, they have the answers at Beach Automotive, 110 East Main in Richmond. Or give them a call at 765-966-8181 or visit their website, beach-auto.com.
Maybe you haven't heard, but there's a place in Richmond's Depot District that's better than being home. Little Sheba's is a lot like the bar in that 80s TV show Cheers. You know, where everybody knows your name. Come on down after the game on Fridays and join us for pizza. We're here till 11. Or grab some of your friends and try out a game of live trivia Thursday nights at 6:30. If you love live music, Little Sheba's features some of the very best every weekend. Where else are you going to find this kind of variety, along with some of the best food and friends in town? Little Sheba's in Richmond's Depot District. It really is better than being home.
At Richmond Power & Light, we're committed to Richmond. We've been a part of this community for over 114 years. We're not part of some big energy conglomerate, and we don't answer to out-of-town stockholders. Instead, we are accountable to you. And just like you, we want what's best for our hometown. That means you can count on us to provide reliable electricity at low rates. We are Richmond Power & Light, your hometown electric utility, building Richmond a better tomorrow.
Hey Chuck, where are you headed? Spinning's about to start.
I'm heading to CrossFit.
Isn't that for like the elite lifters or athletes only?
No, at FFW CrossFit, all workouts can and will be scaled to any ability level to welcome everyone.
Sounds great. I need to get out of the same old workout routine. I'm just not sure I can keep up. It seems pretty intense.
No real lifting experience is needed. FFW CrossFit teaches you everything you need to know and move at your own pace in a positive, motivating environment.
You know, I've always wanted to give it a try. I'll see you there.
Learn more at ffwcrossfit.com.
Hey, this is Steve, and out at Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
It's game time. The Sportsplex is now open. Get your teams together and come out for basketball, volleyball, soccer, tennis, golf, batting cages, wrestling, and much, much more. The Sportsplex also offers court rentals for your entire team to play a pickup game or to hold practices. Use our turf fields for multiple sports, including flag football, baseball fielding, and rugby. Sportsplex is open 7 days a week. Check out FamilyFitnessWorks.com for more information and current hours, or call 765-935-0111.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
Back once again here at the Tiernan Center. Halftime. How about Richmond on top, 28-25? Neither team has played really, really well, but still you're expecting, I don't know what I was expecting, but you're back-to-back NCC weekends, which has never happened in the 27 years that I've been here, but because of the way that they didn't want to do the tournament again this year, they had to put a game someplace, and here's what we got. So both teams kind of looked a little tired in the first half. We'll get to the numbers coming up here in a couple of moments. Hey, I want to remind you, a Purdue degree is just down the road here in Richmond. Purdue Polytechnic offers degrees in computer graphic technology, including web programming and design, animation, and game studies. Other degrees include industrial and mechanical engineering, technology, and organizational leadership. Purdue Polytechnic enrollment is year-round. For more information, give them a call at 765-973-8228 or visit their website, purdue.edu/Richmond. Here's how the scoring went. First off, for the Berries in the first half, they were led by Jack Skaggs with 12. Hunter DeHaven finished with 9 points, and Matt Jennings finished with 4. That's right, Jalen Attaway did not score in that first half. By the way, Logansport turned the ball over just 4 times in the first half as well. For the Red Devils, they were led by Trey Griffin with 12, Christian Harvey with 8, 4 points by Dan Hill, 2 points by Leverett, and Clemens also with 2 points. Red Devils and the Berries were tied at 16 after 1 period. The Red Devils outscored the Berries 12-9 in the second quarter, and that's where we stand right now. At halftime, Richmond 28 and Logansport 25. Get a chance, we'll check out some college basketball. In fact, let me mention here real quick a couple other notes from earlier today. Girls regional action, Winchester saw their season come to a close. They were beaten by Covenant Christian 49-43. Union City, they beat Tri-Central 53-41, so the Indians will play. In fact, they're underway now against Riverton Park for the right to move on to semi-state. Heading in, Alston Bain of Richmond, semi-state champion over in Newcastle earlier today at 160. He remains undefeated at 47-0. We'll come back as we continue on the halftime report right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto in business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians, and we have over 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf, and I approve this message.
Injured athletes can be evaluated at Reed Orthopedic Center, 1400 Highland Road in Richmond. Request a same-day or next-day appointment to be evaluated by medical professionals who specialize in strains, sprains, fractures, knee and shoulder injuries, concussions, and other sports-related orthopedic issues. Call 935-8905. That's 935-8905. Or request an appointment online at reedortho.org. Reed Orthopedic Center, 1400 Highland Road in Richmond.
By the way, tonight's game brought to you in part by Jason Wise of Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. You has an idea for an alternative fundraiser for your school, group, or nonprofit. If you list, buy, or refer a customer and mention this promotion, he'll donate 10% of what he makes on the transaction to the school, group, or nonprofit of your choice, and it will go in your name. Tell your friends, family, colleagues to mention this offer when listing with Jason Wise at Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. Give him a call at 969-3400. A couple of scores in college basketball this afternoon. Number 24, Xavier, losing at home to number 2, Villanova, 73-57. Number 3, Kansas, got by Texas Tech, 80-79. Fourth-rated Louisville had to rally to beat Miami of Florida, 71-66. Number 6, Baylor beat TCU, 70-52. It was number 13, West Virginia over Kansas State, 85-66. Notre Dame, they beat number 14, Florida State, 84-72. Number 15, Kentucky was a winner over Alabama, 67-58. 17th-rated Florida down Texas A&M, 71-62. Number 18, Duke got by Clemson, 64-62. Number 21, Maryland was a winner over Ohio State, 86-77. Providence beat number 22, Butler, 71-65. And it was number 23, Creighton, downing DePaul, that final 93-58. We will take a final timeout. Your second half is coming up in just a few moments. The Red Devils and the Berries, a close one here at halftime, 28-25.
There's a place in Richmond's Depot District that's better than being home. Little Sheba's is a lot like the bar in that 80s TV show where everybody knows your name. Come on down after the game on Fridays and join us for pizza. We're here till 11. Or grab some friends and come play live trivia Thursday nights at 6:30. If you love live music, Little Sheba's features some of the very best every weekend. Where else can you find this kind of variety along with some of the best food and friends in town? Little Sheba's in Richmond's Depot District. It really is better than being home.
Getting a lucky break rocks, but no one can be lucky all the time. Which is why when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, the company that believes great coverage starts with care. A cost-free consultation offered to anyone, Farm Bureau client or not, that allows agents to get to know you better so they can help you prepare better. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
I am your physician.
I am your caregiver.
I am your spiritual support.
I am here to help you be independent
and achieve your optimal health.
But I am also a cancer survivor.
I am living with diabetes.
I am a chef.
And an artist.
I am your neighbor.
I am the face of Reed Health.
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 Reed Health, right beside you.
We're ready for the second half. It'll be Barry basketball to begin this third quarter. Sam Skaggs with the ball tipped away, stolen. Here come the Red Devils. 3-on-1 break the other way. Layup good, and the Red Devils open up strong here in the third quarter. Griffin now with 14. Barry's their fifth turnover. Here's a nice move, and down the lane. Boy, that was easy that time. Bucket scored by Jennings. He has 6. Red Devils back the other way, leading it by 3. Here is Griffin, wide open three-pointer, missed it. Rebound taken away as A.J. had it for a moment. Here's Jennings lobbing now to Jack Skaggs. He'll lay it up with a right hand, good, and it's a one-point ball game. And we have a whistle and a timeout. They may have a delay of game right here against the Berries. Jack Skaggs now with 14, and it is a delay of game warning against Logansport. Just underway here in the third. 2 games remaining in the regular season. Next Saturday, the semi-state for the girls will be held here. There'll be 2 games played. We'll have more information on that coming up. We'll know the draw tomorrow. Here's Wedlow at the left elbow, nearly stolen away by Jennings. And Richmond does give it up. 6 turnovers. Back the other way. Here's Jennings, and the bucket good. Boy, they're letting him play. Jennings had reason to believe he got fouled. 8 points. Here's Griffin down the lane. Scoop shot no good. Rebound Attaway. Lead pass to Jennings. Jennings with a left hand good. And just like that, the Berries have taken a 3-point lead. Timeout on the floor by the Red Devils. 6:39 remaining in the third on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Richmond down by 3.
It takes a lot of pieces working together to run a successful business in today's world. One big piece is your connectivity, powered by your internet. For local businesses in Richmond, you have options for who provides your internet. When deciding who to go with, you need to look at Parallax Systems, fiber optic packaging for your benefit. Speed, reliability, and local service, you get it all with Parallax Systems, a division of RP&L. Visit online at parallax.ws or call 962-3770.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Harrington Oak Insurance. At Harrington Oak, they spend every day working to make our community better, safer, and more enjoyable because their focus is on insurance, and that's it. They're on top of industry changes and are a one-stop shop for all your insurance needs, whether it's business, personal, life, or health. That's why when it comes to protecting you and what's important to you, Harrington Oak insures it. Give them a call at 962-9502 or go to their website, harringtonhoak.com. Harrington Oak Insurance, we got it. Red Devils needed a timeout. Boy, that thing changed very quickly. Richmond got the first 2 points of the quarter, and then 6 straight, take that back, 8 straight run off by the Berries. 6 by Jennings alone. He now has 10. Jack Skaggs, he has 14. But again, Attaway hasn't scored. That's the key to this one so far. The Berries lead it without Attaway putting a point on the board yet. Harvey works it right side to Griffin. Gets the screen by Hill. Back once again to Harvey. He'll give it to Wedlow. Back to Harvey. 3-pointer. That one downtown missed. A.J. trying to tip it up. He goes to the floor. Got to be careful not to pick up his third. Attaway spins against Wedlow. Here's Jack Skaggs back out to Sam Skaggs. Red Devils stay 2-3 zone. Entry to Haven. Turnaround shot no good. Tipped up by Haven. Can't get that one to go. DeHaven going for the rebound. Run down on the baseline by A.J. Ferguson. And he'll give it off now to Hill. Red Devil basketball. 5:54 to go here in period number 3. Christian Harvey takes the lob pass. In the corner, guarded there by Jennings. Jennings looking behind for the screen. DeHaven will step out as well. Hill clears out. Here's Harvey off now as he gives it to Griffin. Griffin loses it, and Attaway steals it away. Nice down-court pass to Sam Skaggs. Layup good. Boy, once the ball got loose, Sam Skaggs, he basically just released. And the Red Devils down by 5 this third quarter, looking much like what happened last night against Kokomo. Harvey gives it off now to Wedlow. Wedlow back to Harvey. Harvey at the elbow. Drives inside down the lane and contact this time, and Harvey's going to go to the line. Foul's going to be on DeHaven. I tell you what, if I'm DeHaven or those guys inside, I'd go ahead and take a shot. Because they've let them play several times here tonight. Here's Harvey. Harvey with 8 points. This is his first trip to the free throw line. And he misses off the back of the iron. Harvey, by the way, last night, the only player that scored, if I'm not mistaken, in that third quarter for the Red Devils. Finished with 26 points. Second free throw here by Harvey. And he will get one of two. Harvey now with 9. The Red Devils back to within 4. Sam Skaggs in the backcourt with Attaway. Attaway gets away from the double team of the pass. Jack Skaggs back to Sam Skaggs. Drives, missed the layup, goes out of bounds, and it will stay right here. Logansport basketball. Pretty good move that time by Sam Skaggs. He faked the pass to his right. Just didn't finish. Attaway kicks it left side. Sam Skaggs again drives. Ball knocked away. Turnover Berries. Number 6. Here's Harvey. Harvey will lay it up as he took it right at Attaway. And the Red Devils down by 2. Harvey with the 11. 4:37 to go in the third. Here's Jennings. Attaway from the wing. 3-pointer off the front of the rim. He stays scoreless. Lead pass to A.J. Ferguson. Got the defender in the air. Layup good. We're tied at 35. Nice pass by Griffin. And A.J. Ferguson gets his first 2. Red Devils coming right back. Here is Logansport basketball. Sam Skaggs between the circles. Guarded there by Wedlow. DeHaven down low and a blocking foul. And boy, Dan Hill had pretty good position. And that pretty much looked like a charge, and that's going to go against Dan Hill. Attaway may have gotten away with one right there. Hill picked up his third. And now the Berries will inbound. Here's DeHaven, and we've got a jump ball. So it'll be Red Devil basketball. 4:06 to go in the third, tied at 35. Griffin gives it off to Wedlow. Wedlow looking for an opening there against Sam Skaggs. Here's Harvey, crossover, drives off the glass. Good! Christian Harvey, tough shot for the junior. Harvey now with 13. Red Devils lead it by 2. They were down by 5 moments ago. Jennings shot fake, drives inside with the left hand, and a whistle. And that'll be a foul before the pass. And they're going to get Griffin. That's only number 1 on Griffin. The Red Devils with their second team foul. Sam Skaggs looking to inbound. Stolen away by A.J. Ferguson. 8 turnovers by the Berries. Harvey. Skip pass will find Wedlow. Pull-up shot of the way. Good. And the Red Devils lead it by 4. Wedlow gets his first 2. 3:21 to go. Here's DeHaven. DeHaven, pull-up shot good. That's his first basket here in the second half. He has 11. And the Red Devils now lead it by 2. Clemens will come out, set the screen against Jennings. Harvey, once again to Wedlow, top of the key. Will keep it as bypassing on the pass is Griffin. Here's Harvey, downtown 3 on the way, rims in and out, nothing going at this end. Most of the shots have been falling at the far end. Attaway with a rebound. He goes high to get it, behind the back pass to DeHaven. Skip past Sam Skaggs, inside once again to Jack Skaggs, right side to Jennings. Jennings pull-up shot, rims in and out, rebound DeHaven, another offensive rebound. DeHaven off the glass, good, tough shot by DeHaven. He now has 13. That was a great shot. I love guys that will use the backboard. A.J. Ferguson gives it off once again to Harvey, and he'll back it up with 2:19. Harvey looking for an opening. Nope, he's going to give it off now to Griffin. Griffin, the exchange once again to Wedlow. Wedlow against Sam Skaggs. Wedlow will find A.J. Pull up on the baseline. No. Rebound Attaway. Attaway not scoring, but he's getting rebounds. We're tied at 39. Here is Jack Skaggs on the right wing beyond the three-point line. Guarded there by Ferguson. Now DeHaven out on the high post. Gives it back once again to Attaway. Attaway will find Jennings. Jennings gets the screen. Jennings now backs it away with the right hand. Cross to the left down the lane. Feeds it off to Sam Skaggs. Shot fake. Looks inside. DeHaven tips it. And it goes out of bounds. And it will be a turnover by the Berries. Coming in will be Penny. Will Penny, just a sophomore, and he a very skinny young man, but he has a couple of years to put on some pounds. And it'll be Red Devil basketball with 1:35 to go here in the third. Harvey will let that one roll to midcourt as Sam Skaggs there to greet him once he crossed the timeline. Griffin back once again to Harvey. Harvey with the left hand. Back once again to Griffin as the Red Devils reverse it to Wedlow to the right. Back out front once again to Harvey. Clemens posting up mid-range down low. Here's A.J. quickly into Clemens, and his shot no good. Rims in and out again. Boy, we've seen several of those, and head coach Rick Wedlow there at the bottom of the screen can't believe it. They just can't get that shot to fall, but neither did the Berries in the first half. Sam Skaggs lods it underneath. Alley-oop dunk, and there's Attaway. And he put it down with some authority. Here's your first basket on the alley-oop dunk by Attaway. And the Berries lead it by 2. 47 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. This is Harvey. A.J. Ferguson looking to his left. He'll give it off now to Wedlow. Harvey, top of the key. Harvey almost pulled the trigger on that one as Jennings took a step closer to him. See if the Red Devils play for one right here in the third quarter. Harvey gets by Jennings, drives in the lane, blocked by Penny, goes out of bounds. Harvey looking for the foul. 25.3 seconds remaining here in the third quarter, and the Red Devils will inbound. You see right there on the baseline. Wedlow to Harvey. Shot fake, decides not to shoot the three and pulls it back out again. Red Devils will spread the floor right here with 18 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Griffin off once again to Wedlow. Wedlow guarded by Attaway. Once again the exchange out front with Harvey. 7 seconds. Back once again. Here is Griffin for three off the front of the rim. Rebounded by DeHaven. He'll heave this one, and that one hit the net. Almost going in from nearly full court. We head to the fourth quarter on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Berries lead it by 2.
Are you looking for a quality used car you can trust to take you where you want to go? Stop at Tony's Car Sales at 250 National Road West. Tony's has a top-of-the-line selection of low-mileage, one-owner cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs, all handpicked by Mike and Adrian Parker. Tony's is family-owned with 3 generations and 60 years of experience. Check out their selection at Tony'sCarSales.com or at 250 National Road West. Tony's Car Sales, where honesty, quality, and price sell cars.
Maybe you knew that Indiana University East has world-renowned professors and 50 highly respected IU degree programs. Still, there's someone you should meet. He's a red wolf. He's Rufus, our mascot. He's here for our intercollegiate sports, dozens of student clubs, and to make sure things aren't too, well, tame. Check us out at iue.edu or drop by. But be careful. No leash. IU. Focused on you.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Richmond area Subways. Each day of the week you can get a different 6-inch sub. No artificial flavors or colors. Just $3.50. It is Saturday. It's the Black Forest ham. Tomorrow the meatball marinara. Treat yourself at Subway. 4 locations in Richmond and Hagerstown. Subway. Eat fresh. Here we go. Fourth quarter. Close one here at the Tiernan Center. Red Devils outscored 16-11 in that quarter. DeHaven with 13. 10 points by Jennings. 14 points by Jack Skaggs. Red Devils led by Trey Griffin with 14. Here's Jennings. His jumper no good. Long rebound, Christian Harvey. 12 points by Harvey. 14 by Griffin. Wedlow. 2 points, backs it away. Good to see him get in the scoring column. Clemens as well. Here's the exchange off to Harvey. Once again, Wedlow. Wedlow from about 19. He nailed it. 3-point bucket by Wedlow. Wedlow now with 5. And the Red Devils now lead it by 1. Here's Attaway on the right elbow. He'll get the double team. Dribbles away with the left hand. Skip pass will find Sam Skaggs. Quickly inside to DeHaven. Turns and gets fouled. And boy, he has been strong inside against Richmond here tonight. He'll go to the line for 2.
Fouls on Ferguson, his third, team third.
A.J. Ferguson just picked up number 3. And at the free throw line, DeHaven, he gets number 1. DeHaven, 6 of 7 from the line. Second free throw is good, and the Berries now lead it by 1. 7:12 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Boy, both benches, just from a standpoint of playing time, the Red Devils have not had a whole lot of playing time off their bench. Clemens maybe the most minutes so far. But Daniel Hill got the start here in this one tonight. High screen by Clemens. Here's Harvey. Harvey double teamed off to A.J. Boy, get it underneath. Here's Clemens. Short jumper the way. Left it short. One dribble, powered it up to the basket. He'd have been okay. It'll be Berry basketball. He's going to come out of the game. We'll see Daniel Hill back in. Jennings right in front of the Logansport bench. Bounce pass and a bad pass stolen away by A.J. Ferguson. 10 turnovers by the Berries. Harvey in the corner. Wedlow three-pointer, no good. Long rebound, Ferguson. A.J., one of the leading rebounders in the league. The ball loose, picked up by Harvey. Back to A.J. Ferguson. See if the Red Devils try to reset it. And what do we have? A timeout called by Richmond. 6:18 remaining here in the fourth quarter in the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Berries lead it by 1.
Summit Computers in Richmond is a full-service computer manufacturing and support company founded in 1997. They partner with businesses and individuals to provide computer systems, hardware, service, support, and design services. They also provide web hosting, high-speed wireless internet, network design, and much, much more. Summit Computers, the official provider of RadioTroy.com.
This one, at least right now, appears it's going to come right down to the wire. We still have 6:18 remaining. Berries leading it by 1. Wedlow again, that big three-pointer moments ago, but how about Hunter DeHaven? He's played well. Jack Skaggs has played well up on the Berries. See, when I go right back inside, the Red Devils have had their problems in this one. Mentioned that Daniel Hill is back in. Daniel Sugar Hill returning. Here is the three-pointer off the front of the rim. No good again by Griffin. Red Devils get it back. Here's Harvey, left-hand bucket. Harvey does it again. Christian Harvey somehow finds a way to get to the basket. 13 points now by Harvey. Here's a drive. DeHaven's going to be fouled. He'll go to the line. Take that back. 15 now by Harvey.
Fourth foul on Daniel Hill.
So Daniel Hill just picked up number 4.
Back at the line.
And here's DeHaven once again back to the free throw line. And that one rims in and out. Boy, how many of those have we seen tonight? .553 remaining. Second free throw's on the way. DeHaven will get 1 of 2. And we're tied again at 44. Here's Harvey with the basketball as he crossed the timeline. Now a little cross out front and then stolen away by Jennings. Jennings will get to the rack and get it to go as he took it by Christian Harvey. And the Red Devils with their 7th turnover. 12 points now by Jennings. He just took it away from A.J. Ferguson out on the high post. Richmond trying to run that little cross. Ferguson will now set the screen against Harvey. Back to Ferguson. Daniel Hill on the right baseline. Back once again to A.J. And they'll bring it once again to the top. And reset it to Christian Harvey. Here's Wedlow. Elbow left, guarded by Attaway. Gets the screen by Hill. Backs it off with the right hand. Once again, it'll be Harvey out front. 5 minutes remaining. Harvey against Jennings. Harvey's going to pull up on the 3. No. And the rebound by Jack Skaggs. The Red Devils kind of settled that time on the 3. Here's Sam Skaggs at the elbow. Lob pass will find Jennings. Here's his three-pointer. That one's off the front of the rim. Rebound Attaway. Put back no. DeHaven. DeHaven another tip. Ball loose in the lane. Picked up by who? In fact, we got a foul. Was picked up by Attaway at the last moment, and we've got a foul call. I believe it's going to go against Richmond, and it might be A.J. Ferguson just picking up his fourth. So A.J. has 4. Daniel Hill has 4. Here's DeHaven off the inbound. It's Attaway out front. Back inside to DeHaven. Knocked away. Nope, it's going to be DeHaven losing it out of bounds. Berries turn it over for the 11th time. Each team trying to get some kind of an edge here as we're down to the last 4 minutes of the fourth quarter. Richmond down by 2. Here's Harvey once again. Harvey stops back outside to Wedlow. Wedlow right into the hands of Griffin. Griffin a little bit cold in the second half. Drives and might have had his shot blocked by DeHaven, and we've got a rebounding foul. And if they got Dan Hill, they did, and Dan just fouled out. So Daniel Hill got the start tonight. He'll sit down, 4 points. May have earned himself a permanent starting spot. We'll see Keyshawn Clemens come back in for Richmond. Marcus Leverett will come back in. We'll see Trey Griffin sit down. You know, Griffin last night, if I'm not mistaken, had 13 points in the first half. He had 12 points in the first half tonight, only 2 so far in the second half. And I think the Berries right here will get a timeout, and they will. So Logansport will talk about it on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. It's Logansport 46, Richmond 44 here in the fourth.
Hi, this is Steve Funkhauser, and I was talking to someone the other day about how friendly and professional the crew at Jiffy Lube is, and they said, "You are always so upbeat. I'm going to call you Mr. Positive." And so now I am Mr. Positive. And I want you to know how proud I am of you and that you are doing a great job today. And hey, do something nice for somebody. Make somebody smile. Smiles are contagious, you know. I want you to have a great day and the horse you rode in on. Jiffy Lube. Fast, friendly, professional. I'm Mr. Positive, and I approve this message.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Purdue Polytechnic. A Purdue degree is just down the road in Richmond. Purdue Polytechnic offers degrees in computer graphic technology, including web programming and design, animation, and game studies. Other degrees include industrial and mechanical engineering technology and organizational leadership. Purdue Polytechnic enrollment is year-round. For more information, give them a call at 765-973-8228 or visit their website at purdue.edu/Richmond. So here we go, 4:01 remaining, and it will be Logansport basketball.
Make some noise.
Jennings will walk it across the timeline. Red Devils will go 1-2-2 zone. Jennings to Attaway. He'll draw the double team as Richmond looks to trap. Lob pass to DeHaven way out front. And they'll reverse it now to Sam Skaggs. Underneath, and Jack Skaggs lays it in. Nice play there for the Berries. Red Devils got extended a little bit that time, and Jack Skaggs now with 16. Red Devil basketball. Here's Harvey. 3.5 minutes to go. Harvey looking for the double high screen. Here's Leverett with the basketball, and he nearly turns it over on the sideline. It'll be Wedlow between the circles, looking right now to Harvey. Harvey inside now to Clemens. Clemens will bounce in the corner. Leverett. And Marcus tipped from behind, stolen. Here is DeHaven back the other way. He'll lay it in, and a big turnover by the Red Devils. And DeHaven will score. By the way, give that, and there's a foul. I'm not sure who that's going to be called on, and now some words between Harvey and Jack Skaggs. We have two different officials maybe calling two different things. Jennings, by the way, he took a shot to the face. There you see the time remaining. They'll send both teams to their benches while they discuss what they're going to call here. I want to go back and give credit to Sam Skaggs. He was the one that tipped it away from Marcus Leverett that led the fast break the other way for Hunter DeHaven. 16 points by DeHaven. 16 points by Skaggs. 12 points by Matt Jennings. And I think they're going to call that against Richmond. They're going to get Christian Harvey for an offensive foul. So the Red Devils with their 8th turnover. Harvey picks up his 2nd. And it will be Barry basketball. There you see Coach Wedlow. I'm not sure if that was a offensive foul. Looked like whatever happened way before he got into the lane. But they're going to say I think he pushed off with his right arm on the dribble. So now the Berries lead it by 6. And the basketball under 3 minutes to go. Attaway quickly will find Jack Skaggs. Dribbles, kicks it back outside to Sam Skaggs. He bypasses the 3. Jack Skaggs back to Sam Skaggs. Lob pass underneath DeHaven. Got behind the defense and laid it in. Another big basket. DeHaven now with 18. Red Devils down 52-44 here in the 4th quarter. Harvey gets the screen from Ferguson. Hands off now to Wedlow. Wedlow back once again to AJ. Jumper on the way. No good. Attaway with another rebound. He's got to be in double figures in rebounds here tonight. And the Berries now with just over 2 minutes remaining. 52-44. Nice pass inside to Jack Skaggs. He'll be stripped away by A.J. Ferguson, and I think they got A.J. on the reach, and A.J. just fouled out. So 2 of your top forwards gone in this one. Ferguson will foul out for the 2nd straight time. By the way, they're checking out Jennings. I think he had a nosebleed, so he had to get a plug for his nose. So now the Red Devils, with A.J. Ferguson sitting down, they'll come with Jacoby Simpson. Simpson, a very little used player for the Red Devils. He's a good athlete from a standpoint of a leaper, but he's not much of a scorer. So here's Jack Skaggs. 18 fouls now on the Red Devils. Skaggs' free throws up and good. Good teams learn how to win down the stretch, and that might be the case tonight for Logansport. They've now opened up a 9-point lead. Red Devils have managed only 5 points here in the quarter. Skaggs will get both, and Richmond now down in this one by 10 with 2 minutes remaining. Wedlow will give it off to Harvey. Harvey driving, gets fouled by Jennings, and that'll be way out front. That's only the 2nd team foul called against Logansport. So they still have 5 to give before we start shooting. Richmond has gotten Wedlow with 3 and Harvey with 2. Harvey with 15, coming off a 26-point performance last night. Red Devils put it in the backcourt. Once again, here's Harvey. Harvey got hit, nothing there. 16-foot jumper, no good by Wedlow, and the rebound by Jennings. And now the Red Devils in trouble here in the 4th quarter. Going to have to come up here and put some pressure on the basketball. Sam Skaggs back to Jennings. Once again, it'll be Skaggs. They'll play catch. High post to Jack. As Jack Skaggs able to get it out of there. Back to Sam Skaggs. He'll drive, feeds off to Haven. Reverse layup, good. And, boy, they've had some easy buckets underneath. DeHaven now with 20. Here is Griffin for 3. Way short. And saved by Clemens, but he saves it to Jennings. Minute 17 to go. I think Richmond getting a little tired in this one after last night, and I think Logansport played a little tired tonight as well. But they're going to survive this one, leading it by 12. Here is Jack Skaggs on the drive. Missed it. Tipped up by Attaway, and a bucket by Attaway as he tips it in. Attaway just 4 points, but a big factor here tonight. Here is Harvey on the drive. Basket good, and he's fouled by Jack Skaggs. Still a 12-point lead. So Christian Harvey will go to the line as Leverett will come back in. The Red Devils need another guard in the lineup so they can try to get some steals, and that's not going to happen with Clemens. So there is Christian Harvey. 50.8 seconds remaining. And a missed free throw. Rebound Attaway once again. Harvey trying to get the steal. Lead pass will find DeHaven. DeHaven spins off the glass and dunked in, but they'll wave it off by Attaway. Boy, that young man is one heck of an athlete. We saw the alley-oop dunk earlier.
Fouls on Leverett.
Leverett will pick up the foul. Marcus Leverett for the Red Devils picking up his first. 42.8. Here's DeHaven at the line. And the first one is no good. DeHaven with 20 points. 18 by Jack Skaggs. It was their inside game. Second one is missed. The Berries did it inside with Skaggs and DeHaven here tonight. 37 seconds. Griffin, short jumper, good. And the Red Devils will get a timeout. Griffin now with 16, a 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick break. This is Richmond Basketball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
At Richmond Power and Light, we're committed to Richmond. We've been a part of this community for over 114 years. We're not part of some big energy conglomerate, and we don't answer to out-of-town stockholders. Instead, we are accountable to you. And just like you, we want what's best for our hometown. That means you can count on us to provide reliable electricity at low rates. We are Richmond Power and Light, your hometown electric utility, building Richmond a better tomorrow.
So Richmond will lose their 20th game of the year. Just 34 seconds remaining, and now Richmond will have to foul here, but again, they'll have to give 4 more to get into the bonus, so I'll take that back. Logansport has 4 more to get into the bonus. The next foul on Richmond will be double bonus. Berries will run Jennings long. They'll inbound to Attaway. Attaway draws the quick foul on Jacoby Simpson. Richmond will finish the conference at the bottom. 1-7 in conference play this year. Of course, again, a couple of those ended up being forfeits because of the ineligibility of a player for the sectional roster. Here's Attaway at the line for the first time tonight. Attaway now with 5. Well, the Berries play as well as you would probably expect, but again, anytime you make that long road trip from Logansport to Richmond or Richmond to Logansport, you don't expect the road team to play very, very well, but they played well enough. Second free throw is no good, and that's what good teams will do. Even though they're not playing their best, they find a way to get a win. Here's Harvey driving and scoring. And Richmond will get another timeout. That, I believe, is going to be, I think I didn't give them their last one, so that should be their last timeout right there. 19 points now by Harvey. This is going to be a full timeout, so we'll go ahead and take a timeout as well. 59-50, 24.7 seconds on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard.
There's only one place to go on the World Wide Web to find the best automotive deals. Wetzelauto.com. One of the area's largest inventories all in one spot. Wetzelauto.com. Here for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Wetzelauto.com. New and used vehicles, service, parts, body shop, and rental. Plus, value your trade. It's easy to navigate. It's convenient. Wetzelauto.com. It's clickin' awesome.
Red Devils will play Lafayette Jeff coming up next week, and that's not going to be easy. Broncos are a better basketball team, and then Richmond will finish out against Fort Wayne. I think next weekend we'll find out about the tournament draw. Richmond, if they go on to lose this one, another hard-fought ball game, but here's Harvey going for the steal, goes out of bounds, last touched by Skaggs. That was Jack Skaggs getting his hand on it last. Turnover number 12 now by Logansport. Berries are going to go to 21-1 on the season. They're going to win the NCC outright with the win here tonight. That's Simpson at midcourt, almost goes over and back. Harvey gives it off now to Griffin. Leverett in the corner. Red Devils need to get a shot off here. Here is Wedlow. He got fouled. No whistle as Attaway got a piece of him. And the officials are going to let this one run out, and it is over. So the Red Devils lose it here tonight. The final score on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Logansport 59, Richmond 50. We'll come and wrap it up in a moment. This is Richmond Basketball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Hi, this is Troy Argowski of Radio Troy Digital Sports. There are plenty of places for me to get lunch or dinner, but there's only one Mancino's. In fact, I was just there for lunch the other day and had a delicious pizza grinder. That's just one of many choices I can get at Mancino's. How about a fresh salad? Several varieties of pasta, Mancino's Lights, or perhaps even an oven-baked spaghetti, or maybe a pepperoni pizza. So when you're looking for a great lunch or dinner, make sure you choose Mancino's, 217 National Road West in Richmond. We'd like you to know why public power is important to you. In small towns and cities across America, locally owned public power systems like ours represent local people working together to meet local needs. Our only purpose is to provide an essential service at the lowest possible cost. This makes a big difference in rates and service, and all the benefits we produce at home stay at home. Richmond Power and Light, your locally owned electric utility. Together, we make powerful partners.
Injured athletes can be evaluated at Reed Orthopedic Center, 1400 Highland Road in Richmond. Request a same-day or next-day appointment to be evaluated by medical professionals who specialize in strains, sprains, fractures, knee and shoulder injuries, concussions, and other sports-related orthopedic issues. Call 935-8905. That's 935-8905. Or request an appointment online at reedortho.org. Reed Orthopedic Center, 1400 Highland Road in Richmond.
There are banks that are big, and then there's West End Bank, a bank with big ideas to help people, business, and industry. If you're just starting out on your own and want a new car, West End can help. Maybe it's your first home and you need advice on financing. West End Bank has ideas to help you. West End Bank, helping build better lives and a better community. West End Bank is a community bank with big ideas and home to a distinctive style of banking. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Well, Richmond now 2-20 on the season. Again, they'll finish 1-7 in the NCC. The Berries 8-0 in NCC play. They are now 21-1. Hunter DeHaven with 20 tonight. Jack Skaggs with 18, 12 by Matt Jennings, 5 points by Jalen Attaway. Sam Skaggs finished with 2. Red Devils were led by Christian Harvey with 19. Trey Griffin finished with 16. 5 points by Wedlow, 4 by Hill, and then 2 by Clemens, 2 by Ferguson, and then 2 points also by Leverett. And Jacoby Simpson played, did not score. Time to name the Wesley Bates. Well, let's go back over here before we do that and name the Richmond area Subway sub of the game. And tonight, since Daniel Hill got the start tonight, the Red Devils went to their bench, and the only player really that came off the bench was Simpson and Clemens with any playing time, but Marcus Leverett also played. We'll give it to Marcus Leverett tonight. Finished with 2 points as the Subway sub of the game. And the Wesley Bates Wealth Management player of the game tonight. Consistency is what we look for. Christian Harvey had a good balanced game tonight. 8 points in the first half, 11 in the second half. He finished with 19. Christian Harvey once again named the Wesley Bates Wealth Management Player of the Game. Red Devils will be back in action coming up next Friday. They'll take on Lafayette. Jeff will have it for you right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports. We're scheduled for a 7:30 pregame, 8 o'clock tip-off. We'll have all the action again. They'll finish it out in 2 weeks against Fort Wayne. Final score once again, Logansport 59, Richmond 50. Thanks for being with us. This has been Richmond Basketball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.